like everything in life, it's all about balance. A balanced diet, which I don't balance very well because I really like pizza. But nonetheless, about balance. And my good friend Zoro stopped by the Treehouse to talk about the importance of character and how to balance that into your life. Well, did I mention that Zoro is a real-life rock star? Check it out. This guy has some of the best wisdom, some of the best perspective, some of the best knowledge that I hope that you can glean off of today. He's the author of The Big Gig, and we're going to talk today about being a man of virtue, a man that stands for something, a man of character. To you, what is character? What is virtue? What does all that mean to you?
Means resisting the temptation to give in to the fleshly things of the world, really. I mean, the most impressive thing to me is to see somebody who has the ability to take advantage of any sort of fleshly opportunity, but the virtue to resist it. In other words, to be a faithful husband would qualify.
Now, let me just set the record straight. Zoro is a rock star. He's drummed with, name some of the big ones.
Lenny Kravitz, Bobby Brown, Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons.
I mean, everyone. You're a bona fide rock star. The temptation that you must have faced is incredible, but you're a man of virtue. Why?
Because I'm a man about purpose. To me, it's really, I always look at the end of life while I'm in the middle of it or while I'm in the beginning. In other words, what is my life going to stand for at the very end? What are the things that are going to have really mattered the most? The things that are going to really have mattered the most was my character, really. Those are the things that can't be buried with a man because his character far outlives his earthly life. So to me, it's about what, in other words, success, for instance. There's a lot of people that are successful in life, but I believe at the end of your life, when God asks you, what did you do with your life? I can't just say, well, I was a great drummer.
Right.
Well, he's going to go, I know, that was free. I gave that to you. But what did you do with it? How did you serve?
Love this guy. We have a DVD with you and Joyce Meyer. Big fan of Joyce Meyer. Here's a little magazine. We're talking about how you have this desire to help people. Can you read this last little paragraph real quick?
Sure.
This is an interview with Zoro.
Without my glasses, it's hard.
Here,
but,
I'll read it. My goal is to raise up modern-day Daniels, Josephs, and Esthers, people of excellence who will approach life with a spirit of excellence in all they do. I want to lead by example and show them the way. I know that when all is said and done, what matters the most is how many people that I help and impact with my gifts.
That's really all that life is, because at the end of our life, everyone in the world is gifted and talented at something. Everybody's got a gift of some kind. You don't have to be a rock star, an actor, or a supermodel, or a Wall Street business mogul to have a gift. We all have gifts. The point is, what are we doing with the gifts? How are we developing them? And then in the end, how many people's life became better because of ours? How many people do we affect positively? Just because you're a rock star, at the end of your life, if you didn't serve people and nobody really benefited, if it was all just a journey of self, then it's a useless journey. But to me, there's only two ways to live in life. You live a life of self, or you live a life of service. If you live a life of self, you self-destruct. If you live a life of service, you find meaning and depth of life. Earlier today, we taped a segment for the young kids on Liberty Treehouse here. To me, I had so much joy in being able to impart things to these young kids. That's purpose. That has nothing to do with money. That has nothing to do with fame. That has nothing to do with accolades. That has to do with when we're serving people, we feel joyful.
So you've been part of a musician that's won Grammys, sold out arenas and concerts, but that's not your purpose.
That's not my purpose. Those are all just platforms of which to speak life into other people.
You are preaching to me, man. I love it, and you do a lot of outreach when it comes to giving back to the community and internationally. Can you kind of explain what you do?
Yeah, I speak for an organization, a Christian organization called Compassion International, and they're a world relief organization that helps basically starving children around the world. They feed them, they clothe them, they teach them that they're loved by God. They are actually the hands. When you do benevolent good works, what you're saying is you become the oracles in the hands of God. God gives man the great privilege of being a representative of him. As opposed to just talking about him, you're actually showing up with the hands and the love of God by demonstrating that to people. So Compassion is a great organization. I also speak for Big Brothers, Big Sisters of America, because I grew up without a father, and I was a little kid in the program. And so that program mentored me for about 4 years between the ages of 10 and 14. And so my life now is all about what can I give, and so I give everything that I have out of my heart. I give my encouragement. Sometimes I meet somebody in an airport, you just encourage them for a second.
Okay, lastly, Zoro, we got to wrap this up. But if there's one last piece of advice, one last piece of wisdom that you can give to my friend, then what would it be?
To realize that you were created for something special, to realize that life is a gift, and God gave you the gift of life and the gift of your talents. Your gift is what you give to him. Your gift to him is how you serve people and what you do with it, because it's a free gift and there's an expiration date on it.
Zoro, my friend, Zoro, you are the man.